Okay, how much downhaul and outhaul should I apply? I used to have a good amount of loose leash and boom quite loose, but now my friends say I'm old school. So maybe Victor can give you a little bit of insight how he rigs like a more modern type sail.
So I can explain you how I rig my sail every day when I go in the water, and I first put the downhaul, which is this one. We have it already. As you can see, the dot we have on top is called the VTS. We always mark it when we test. We always mark the dot, the maximum tension especially. And we do the same with the harness lines that you see this dot here in the middle. Maybe you have an idea where to place your harness lines?
Yeah, you find the spot of the draft of the sail.
And another thing we take measurements is always the uphole, which is very important. As you can see now, I don't have any uphole here, so it's about 3 fingers. And the tension I always put to know if it's right or not is this one. And I always check these 2 buttons, the first one from the bottom and the second one. And I come to this side of the sail to see how deep they are. And I rotate them. And they always have to touch the pad when they pass the sail. And that's the right tension I use.
So it's actually a pretty deep profile and not that much of loose leash that we've seen some like 10 years ago in a lot of sails where people downhaul their wave sails more like a slalom type of sail.
Because they were used to sail on 5-button sails. They were really flat with more buttons. We were putting more downhaul.
Yeah.
But the 4-button sails now, they don't need that because you want to have a big load of wind, you know, this part of the sail.
Actually, this sail with this also this big of a window, the deep profile that this sail creates also keeps the load right where it has to be. You see also close to the mast there's kind of a wrinkle, and a lot of people are wondering, is that sail cut wrong? Why is there a wrinkle when I rig it perfectly along with the settings and the visual trim system and so on? But the wrinkle is there to actually fill out once you push into the sail. You see that this wrinkle fills out and actually creates the shape of the sail. And that's if it wouldn't be there, the sail wouldn't do this kind of profile, and then the draft would move much more as if we have this wrinkle there. So it's there for a reason.
It sort of fills out, right? And then as it fills it, it creates a shape that makes it even more stable, in fact.
And it creates the shape that stays right there and doesn't move up or anywhere. So this is actually, like we see that in a lot of modern sails, they don't have that much downhaul and they have a much bigger range to the sails back in the day, which were really good in overpowered. But now these sails, they get going way earlier than the sails back then. But with these features, they still hold its profile very good.
Actually, on all the North sails, we do have the specs down at the bottom here, and a lot of people ask, why do we have the sort of the visual trim system as well as the specs? And the specs are sort of like the perfect guideline, basically, but they don't take into account a different mast, for example. In case you're using a different mast, the flex might be slightly different, so it's going to be a little bit different. And obviously, if you have a different length of boom or a different height of boom, can be slightly different. We've actually got the outhaul specs here, and they do have, if you've got, you know, the boom height, if it's XS, if it's medium or XL, that obviously takes into account how long the boom should be. But generally, I'd say use the specs as your best starting point, and then you're going to use the VTS system on top of that, and that's your fine tuning to get everything perfect.